Hello everybody. By the way, I will be making this a regular thing if people want me to, because fuck, I have nothing better to do. All I'm good for is information. And I get better by analyzing the videos, seeing what people do. Anyway, context for anyone who doesn't know. Man on the left is YMST, the Japanese god of kanji. He has insanely good reflexes, which you should be looking for. He will block EX Raging Lion mix-ups 99% of the time in real matches. You'll be able to see it very clearly in his play. You'll also see that he likes to sit on his meter a lot. Depending on the character he's fighting, he loves going for 150-meter unburstable finishers. You're also going to see a lot of 5A, 2A jump tick grabs. Either he'll be ticking on 2, or he'll be 5Aing you and you try and jump away. And Okusan Nikuya translates quite literally as my wife is a butcher. He is probably the best and most active Liz in Japan right now. He and Base have actually talked a few times. And long story short, our own Base is actually around the exact same level as Okusan. They play matches almost identically. Okusan just has a few things. He really likes using sweep randomly. And Base really enjoys... what's it called? Base has some better combo routes in some areas, but either way, this will be a good match. The supposed 7-3 of P4A, it's much closer to a 5-5, but not when YMST plays. Here we go. Oh, whoops, it's still in slow-mo. The very first thing we're going to see here is Okusan's going to open up with that 5C. Hard for Kanji to roll through because he has the worst roll in the game. Quite scary to get CH by Liz there. And you're going to be seeing 5C into Poison quite a bit here. Poison is extremely good. It's 1500 or 1250 unscaled damage at all times. It does not get... It can even... And not only that, but if you're poisoned right outside of Awakening, you'll go into a... it can put you lower than Awakening health without triggering it. And because he knows YMST's reactions are insanely good, he's not going to try and go for 5D or 2C mix-ups too much. He knows he'll be able to react very well. Instead, he's going to hope that YMST tries and breaks the persona, in which case he'll get a clean CH and probably like 3k damage and a corner carry. Of course, once he's got him... yeah, you're going to see that gold burst because he doesn't want YMST anywhere near him. And here... right there, nasty little JC Garu mix-ups. Can either go for left or right, and a raw Garu starter is one of Liz's scariest possible starters. Though I'm not sure if that is C or D Garu. The easiest way to tell would be which direction they go. Alright. Right here, YMST actually catching a jump away attempt, and with 150 meters, like I said, this is going to be completely unburstable. Not that Liz has burst, and it's definitely going to kill. Unfortunately, he did have YMST nice caught in the corner for a lot of that, but all he needs to do is get in once. It can be very difficult for him to get in, but once he does... 2B is also a very important tool for Liz in this matchup. Not only does it beat Kanji's JB, but if he mashes it out, unless Kanji grabs him on Oki, it will always beat out grabs. It is not airborne on the first few frames, but in terms of Kanji's tick grabs, because of how P4A does throw protection... if you literally mash it, you will not get hit. Kanji's AoA there being -5 to compensate for its terrible range. However, Liz's only 5-frame punish move would be grab. Also, you see YMST get caught by a 5C OMC 5C just a little bit earlier. As I said, you cannot rely on traditional Liz mix-ups in order to deal with most high-end level players, let alone ones with very good reactions. So he actually went for a quick tick into a tick, like right there, try and get him antsy, or to make him twitch a little bit during later mix-ups. Kanji's JC actually cleanly beats Liz's 2B, but he cannot combo off it except with a really good burst. Let's see. Okay, apologies for looking away. You also... Yeah, normally, Kanji has much better combos off that in the corner, but thanks to the fact that they were both Persona broken, he opted just to go for EX Chair, which leaves him much more plus than usual, and thanks to him going for very Yomi AoE, he gets fucked here royally. Because this is counter hit, this super is going to do more damage. This super does boosted damage on... I know I should be doing commentary, but fuck it. This super does more damage based on 3 different factors. Every time Liz does 2C, as long as it hits you, even if it hits invuln frames, it boosts the next persona move she does. And this move does more damage on counter hit. It does more damage if you're in fear, and it does more damage if it has that boost. So if it's counter hit, fear, and boost, you're going to do 6,000 damage with the C version. I don't know how much the D version is going to be, let alone with the follow-up combo she gets. Since it was just counter hit, he only got 300 damage instead of 2,500. Here, YMST just... Ooh, YMST made a major mistake there going for 5C in the Liz matchup. It's basically... Oh, what did I say? 6,300. I meant to say 6,300. I don't know what I said. I apologize. There we see YMST trying to throw Okusan towards the corner, but once again, that 2B comes in and is essential to it. Essential to beating some of his mix-ups. YMST reacting to the poison, getting antsy and jumping away, which is exactly what Liz wants. Most people look at Liz's combos and say, you know, oh, I'm going to be able to jump away from 5D, I don't have to worry about this, but a lot of the time, Liz honestly wants you to hit buttons or jump away. She can control you like that. There we go, catching the jump away, but he ends up getting reversaled. This should do at least 3k damage, let alone more in the corner. Okay, I'll do that in match analysis. I was going to discuss Liz burst points. Right there, we actually saw a paralyzed setup. This one is not as clean as one I believe he did earlier in the video, but he had to hop the meaty 5D, and he got punished for trying because Liz is right in the range to 5B, JB, 2B, whatever he wants. Paralyzed in the corner versus Liz is essentially rigged. That's going to be the round for YMST. Okusan trying to disrespect the lightning pressure. There is a fair bit of good knowledge about Liz setups in this video. At least 2 good examples. Also, this is around the point where the audio starts getting desynced the first time. Right there, nice clean air tick grab by YMST. Going for the lightning Oki, which does hit meaty, and he's able to do a successful run-up tip grab by burning all of the bolts well ahead of time. Very important to listen for the noise of Kanji spamming those bolts. Using 50 meter to go safely into Awakening. So he has access to all of his tools, but it might not matter this... Yep. There we go. Gets caught on the mash attempt. Kanji's sweep, OMC on block, is actually very, very good. He can immediately do an IAD afterwards for a quick high-low, either JB or 2A, and it will actually be safe versus most DPs. It actually safe jumps Yosuke's DP on activation. Alright then. There's a lot to say about fucking setups and shit in this. Like I said, bunch of benefits of going for poison here instead of 5C, 2C, 5D. The way that the poison persona will interact with Kanji's DP, if Kanji were to mash DP at that point, Liz would be able to run up in 5A without getting shocked and then get a CH afterwards for a nice, easy confirm. Right there, zoning. Answering that, this is one of the few 5Cs I'll agree with. As Liz was landing, this would have cleanly beaten any 5C, 5B, etc. attempts from Liz, but normally it's a very dangerous normal in this matchup. JB gets cleanly beaten by Liz's amazing 2A. Kanji has to space it at very obnoxious angles in order to get it to work. Hook up with Mui? Sorry. I got highlighted in an IRC by somebody in the stream chat. Alright, right here, you're going to see something that only Base has started using as of right now. He was debuting it at UFGT, and Okusan has been running it very soon after him. We do not know who exactly started running it first, but Liz actually has a very, very good 5A, despite the fact it has 8 frame startup. The hitbox is very good, and it's very similar to Yukiko's in that factor, where it has no hurt box in the actual attack, so she can pressure you with it very well. Let's see. Let me turn down the sound. Okay, here we're going to see the poison. Kanji's just going to jump away. He can actually run up, grab, sweep, bunch of different things, but that's taking a huge risk versus Liz. Oh, I'm sorry. I did put the video a little bit too far back. You should be there in just a moment. Let's not watch. Okay, here we go. You see, he's going to go for a 5A. Let me use spacebar. He's going to go for a 5A. 5AA. He actually caught YMST jumping, worried about the poison. The only thing Kanji can do in this setup, if Liz is spaced very, very well, the only thing Kanji can do is try and DP the 5As, or he's going to have to deal with 5A, 5AA, 5B into immediate 5C or poison, which will be a very tight frame trap. If he mashes and he's not frame, like, on spot, near frame perfect, he will get CH'd very easily. And if he just downbacks, he could either get hit by a grab if your reactions are slow, or he could potentially get hit by the poison, which is very dangerous at all times. It does a lot of damage. Right here, we're tucked into the corner. Goes for punishing the persona. Ballsy move. Does the JC expecting a 2B. Has to block a JB. 5B is actually kind of a bad move versus a lot of people because they can easily roll it, but because Kanji's roll is the worst in the game, he has to roll it after the projectile has left Liz's hand, or he will get hit by it on the return without being able to punish. Alright. Let's see. Here, we have Okusan going for a 5A overhead. Manages to land before YMST's 2B comes out. Now just has to deal with the mix-up. Catches Okusan jumping back with his lightning. High-level Kanjis will actually look not at where you're standing at neutral to try and lightning you, but they will look for, say, if you're a zoner, if you're trying to do, like, jump forward, air dash back, JB, something like Liz would do. He'll actually look for setting up lightning wherever you're going to land, or for a Yosuke example, trying to set up lightning wherever your kunai will hit, if he can get out of the way of the kunai, that sort of thing. It's a very important thing for Kanji play, which I am absolutely butt at, but I believe Grant is a lot better at it. So if you want to see Kanji's trying to set that up in neutral, Grant is probably the right place to look. Goes for a chair knockdown. This leaves Kanji at +7 if Liz immediately techs, which she does. You can make that 5A meaty, but he doesn't in this case. Just decides to get out of the corner. Goes for a 5C. Bad choice. But as you see, he saw the lightning and immediately dashed forward. Lightning has a 35-frame startup. Should definitely try and dash through that shit anytime you see it if you're not in recovery or whatnot. You can even roll at some spaces, but Kanji can punish the roll if it's off of JD or 5D. There we go. Punishes the persona. He just lost 3 cards in the span of about 10 seconds, so liberally applying lightning can be problematic. Here we go. 5A, 5AA, 5A, 5AA. And here we go. I'm gonna slow this shit down, because this is a tricky mix-up. Culpevol, you can just ignore this because Liz cannot do this mix-up on Chie because Garu does not combo well on Chie. And she can't punish the DP very well with it either because of that. Okay, let me go into super slow-mo. Let's see, did I move back too far? Or is he just going to run forward? Okay, here we go, I believe. Nope. Here we go. Okusan likes to go for sweep a lot. We're not quite sure why yet. Let me just move forward a little bit. Because Kanji... He is going for this because Kanji does not have DP. He would actually have to worry if Kanji did. I apologize for the slow-mo, but I want to be able to get the full thing perfectly on video. Oh, okay. She can punish... Yeah, it frees Chie DP. Sorry, I was going to correct myself. Base did IM me angrily. Just on CH, though, it's going to be hard to combo off of. Okay, here we go. You see? He goes this. He's currently in front of Kanji. Kanji starts blocking the other way afterwards. Liz is technically on the other side. The block stun is, or the knockback is moving Kanji all weird-like, and he's going to go for Garu. I don't know if this is C or D. Base will probably tell me in just a moment. But as you see, YMST opts for roll. That's going to CH it cleanly because after that little move down, as it did, Liz can freely control the movement of it. And getting around 5 hits, as he did, this is going to be a nice and easy 4 to 5k. Garu being a very crazy starter. Also, yes, it is D Garu. Okay, so a couple different notes that I wanted to mention for anyone who doesn't know. Everyone knows that bursting Liz is a bitch, but there's actually a couple different things you can burst. Particularly, especially in this combo. Let's see, let's go to 38. Let's go into less slow-mo. You're going to see 2C into B Bufu. If you burst as soon as you see that 2C and hit the recovery frame, or hit the startup of Bufu, you'll actually land and Liz will be in recovery for a short while. You have to react to the 2C essentially to get this nice, and if Liz thinks you're going to burst on that point, she can do EX Bufu instead, which has 1 hit of armor and will go straight through your burst. But this is one important place where you can burst against Liz. He's going to knock down, shake back and forth 5 times. This would be the other one. Okusan is forward enough where the burst would hit, but whenever you see a Liz going into... Oh yeah, Liz can also go into different combo routes in order to bait people doing burst. Sorry, I was just referring to that are her options for using Bufu and beating the burst. But if you know the Liz is going to do the ice move in the combo, you can burst it as long as it's not EX. You just have to get the startup of it. Similarly, she's setting up 2C EX Lightning. If you know they're going to do EX Lightning next, you can... burst the startup of the EX Lightning, and Liz will have at least like 10 or 20 frames of recovery. If you're Chie, you're guaranteed getting up dash up 5BCH. If you're Mitsuru, you're just gonna you're probably gonna be able to get a 5B. I don't know. As you can see, that has a very long recovery and it doesn't get cancelled at all if her persona gets hit. Now I believe this is an important setup. Paralyzed 5D setup. Nope. But this is a fairly tight one. Whoops, I did not mean to hit that. Whoops, let's see. Put forward the timer. We're going to see it end in a JC. Okay, Paralyzed with Liz is basically rigged. It depends on the character and what options you have available to you, but YMST's only good option here, basically, is going to be Wake Up, EX Chair, or Wake Up, Super Chair into OMC. It's ridiculous. See, he's going to do the 5D to put you in block stun, or the 5B. He's going to hit out 5B. You have to hop it, DP, super, whatever in this situation. And because Liz is recovering, she can just safely 2B you. Like, he just lost a card for nothing. There's nothing he could have done there. And as a result, he goes and bursts for it because he doesn't want to lose the round early. Good reaction by Okusan, just getting away from that lightning. YMST super jumping to try and adjust in the neutral a little bit. Not falling for 2C. This is going to be bad for Liz. I believe he's either... Yeah. See, that 2A just whiffed, so Liz is actually not in block stun any longer, so he's completely free to a throw if YMST wanted to go for it. And then 5B, 2B. That's a 3-frame gap. That's a string designed to catch jump away characters. Or characters trying to jump away from his grabs, I mean. Let's see. Let's get back out of slow-mo. Yeah, and this is just going to end the round. Yeah, opening up a sweep is still a little bit of a mystery to us, but it's certainly something. Poking with 2B into JB, like Liz just did there, is kind of a good option versus Kanji. The only option Kanji really has to beat 2B, like a microdash or a dashing 2B, is going to be to DP it or to 5B it and knock Liz down onto the ground. But it is important to note that on block, a lot of characters, probably not just Kanji, can low profile 2B into JB, and then can just freely CH her with a 2B head invuln. If Kanji can do it, God knows tons of characters can. I'm pretty sure it's if you can low profile Mitsuru 5A, you can low profile 2B to JB, but it could be even more characters than that. What you got to worry about is 2B into jump cancel and 2B into JC as a result. Once again, I really don't agree with YMST poking out with 2Cs or 5Cs. There's nothing good that can come of it. I don't know if he knows the Liz matchup all that well. What we saw right there, 2C to get him in right close, 5A into 2A, 2A being negative or neutral on block, setting up an easy grab setup. 5A into AOA, Kanji's AOA being the safest one in the game. Little tick pressure into Liz's grab, which sets up fear itself, which can be pretty scary. Any sort of fear confirm that Liz gets can easily end any character, including Kanji. Here we go. More of that 5A pressure. This time he goes into 2B JC, going into JC in order to dodge any low-profile retaliation, as I mentioned. And footage of Kanji actually being able to beat 2B with JC. Okusan going here to try and recover a little bit of health and make sure that he has all the options available to him sitting in Awakening, so he can have a... There we go. As earlier, he did 5C, OMC 5C. However, YMST was not falling for it this time, and did not go for the grab either. There we go. 5A into mix-ups. Actually managed to hit him, so the Garu was not a true mix-up, however. More poison, getting a Mancy. Here we go. That 2B is to try and catch kanjis who liked 5AA, IAD, JB. One of the most notable in the USA being Grant over in Chicago. My Man 1 on Xbox Live. Let's see. Here we go. He's going to get a nice confirm into the corner, and I believe he will end this with EX Chair. EX Chair actually makes Kanji recover 15 frames faster, so he's plus 25 right now if Liz immediately attacks. So the reason he went for this AOA is because it's much safer than normal on paper, unless Liz is going to go for that super. DP to go through the flames, which is a good option if Liz is far enough away. Very dangerous, though. 5C, still don't agree. And because it was a non-crowd... let's see... I think it might be a distance confirm issue. Let's see. I don't know in particular why Okusan may have gone for that combo over 5C, 2C. Base is the guy that knows the good Liz combo routes, but hey, it kills. Possibly more burst safe. Nice confirm into non-EX. Right there, trying to catch Awkward Tech, I believe. If not, just trying to get him... freaked out, try and punish the persona, twitch, anything else. Going for dash-in pressure here. Once again, Liz is finally figuring out that her 5A is quite scary on tick. Tick, block. There we go. 5B being Kanji's fastest long-reaching normal. Usually that will be his go-to for punishing persona, and thanks to the fact that he was able to... he's able to chain it into 5C, he actually got a nice hit on Okusan there. Unfortunately, didn't confirm his combo too well there, so this is getting reversaled quite nicely. Liz in the okay, here we go. So this is going to be another paralyzed setup. I'll put it on slow-mo. Once again, JC, dash up, 5B, 5D. And he just says no. And even though this time his spacing wasn't on to hit Kanji cleanly, he's in there. Once again, trying to freak YMST out into getting hit by the grab, but unfortunately, he is very spot on with his reflexes. And that will be the round. Oh, yeah. Right there. Nice clean land into a... hard to react to... Let's see, was that actually off of 5A? Oh, God. Yeah, very difficult for Liz to get out of that situation. Even though she got the air IB there, basically she would have had to mash DP and hope to God she hits Yamashita. God, you know, he could have gone for anything else. And there with two quick grabs, YMST could have done sweep into chair there to end the combo, but decides not to. Runs up for a 5A, gets bursted. You'll notice that Liz does not go for burst EX Flames. A lot of people try and do stuff like that, especially online, and the issue about that is the Flames do not hit meaty like a burst Miragidyne from Yukiko would, which means that a lot of characters can dash forward, super jump out, go and punish Liz. YMST going for some wonky reset here into OMB. Nice. Not quite getting his combos together, but with how much of an advantage he was at, it was very unlikely that Okusan was going to get out of there without something as good as Hama confirm.